Don't be shy. Call them low or call them high. On Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Terry.
Hello there. Welcome to Card Sharks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us here, and especially you at home. We are about to meet a new challenger and start a best 2 out of 3 match, so let's open the board and get to the cards. Dennis and Anna, we will start loading in the cards, 2 brand new decks as we meet our Card Sharks. Hello, Renee Lackey, our champion.
Hi, Jim.
Nice to see you again, Renee. Our travel writer from Honolulu.
Yes.
You have won so far. Do you know exactly?
$8,900.
Oh, yes, you would remember that with $8,900 in cash. That's nice. Good to see you back again. You're looking well.
Thank
and our
you.
challenger we're meeting for the first time. This is Glenn Doy. Hello, Glenn. Welcome. Won't you tell us about yourself?
Okay, I'm an industrial engineer, and I work for a hospital, and I just moved to LA from Atlanta, Georgia, about 9 months ago.
Atlanta, Georgia. Somehow, an Oriental gentleman from Atlanta, Georgia. Talk some more, Glenn. Grit. Good to have you here with us, Glenn.
Thank
Good luck in the match. Good luck to both of you. Each player has their own deck of 52 playing cards, shuffled and cut before we go in the air. The upper cards, the red cards, will be played by the champion, Renee. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by our southern gentleman, Glenn. And the object of the game is to work your way across the board, predicting whether each card is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must win a high-low toss-up question. They're all based on a poll of 100 people. Renee, we'll start with the first question to you. We polled 100 men and asked them, have you ever backed down from a fist fight because the other guy was just too big? How many men admitted they had?
Well, if I were a man, I sure would. I have to say, probably 65.
65 have backed down and the other guy's too big. Glenn, what do you think, higher or lower?
I think most people wouldn't admit it, but, well, maybe they would. I'll say higher.
You say higher than that. If it's higher, you'll go to the board first, Glenn. If not, it'll be Renee. The actual number of intelligent men who have backed down from a fight because the other guy was just too big is 30. Not higher, Renee. Ooh. Well, we often say we test your ability to judge human nature, and I just wonder if people's nature said, I don't want to admit to that. Renee, your base card for this game is a 9. You can change it. You won the question.
I'll change it, please.
It's the next card off the top of your deck. It is a 2.
Oh,
Good change.
great. I like that one, and I'll go higher, please.
Next card higher than a 2. And it is. It's a queen. Remember, you can freeze or continue, but you're taking a risk anytime.
I'll take the risk and go lower.
Lower than the queen. It is a 6.
Freeze.
You'll freeze. And we'll move the freeze bar over, and now we can't take those cards away from you. You need just 2 more, and that keeps Glenn away from his cards. Glenn, the question to you this time. We asked 100 married women. If you discovered your best friend's husband was cheating on her, would you tell your best friend, or would you keep it to yourself? How many women said they would tell their best friend?
Well, if it's a best friend, I would say most of them would at least hint to it, so I'd say 48.
48 out of 100 say, yeah, I would tell my best friend if the husband was cheating. Higher or lower, Renee?
That's a toughie. A lot of them might think they should mind their own business, but I think a lot of them would rather tell. I'll go higher.
You say higher than that. And they may tell gleefully, too. The actual number of married women who said they would tell their best friend her husband was cheating on her is 31, not higher, Glenn. And Glenn, your base card is a 7.
Change it, please.
The next card off the top of your deck, a 2, and again, a good change.
Be higher.
Higher than a 2. It's a 3, just a little bit higher.
Higher.
You're going to continue higher than a 3. It is a 9.
Freeze.
And you'll freeze too. Both players needing 2 cards as the next question goes to Renee. Our man on the street went to the beach at Malibu, California, and asked 100 men, right now, do you have sand in an uncomfortable place? How many men said they did?
I love the beach, Jim, but that sand is a problem sometimes. I'm going to say 69.
69. Say they had sand in an uncomfortable place. Glenn, higher or lower?
I think most of them would laugh and say high. I mean, yeah, they say yeah, and so be high.
You say higher than that? Obviously, we're referring to sand in their hair, of course. The actual number of men who had sand in an uncomfortable place is 20, not higher. Renee. Whoa. All right, Renee, do you want to play this 6 now or change it?
Change it.
Changing it to a 7. Ooh, not a good change, but
No,
you got to
it
play
wasn't
that
a very good change. I'll go higher.
Higher than a 7. No, it's a 6. It's not higher. You lose that card and you give Glenn a chance to play off the 9. He can't change it. Call this, Glenn.
Lower.
Lower than a 9. No, it's a king. He had not advanced. Janice will fill in the spaces as we go to the 4th and final question. It goes to you, Glenn. It's sudden death. Someone has to win on this play of the cards. We asked 100 women. If you were a professional photographer, women, would you rather work for Vogue, the fashion magazine, or Playgirl? Features nude men. How many women said they would rather work for Playgirl?
Most women would go the professional route, and I'd say 42.
42 would rather work for Playgirl than Vogue as a photographer, Renee. Higher or lower?
That's a pretty cute question, but Vogue has a little bit more prestige, so I'm going to go lower.
Lower. All right, you say lower. The actual number of women who would rather work for Playgirl is 24. It's lower, Renee. Yes. Now, Renee, with sudden death, you have a 7. You can change it if you'd like and try to turn these 2 cards over. But if you make a mistake, then Glenn wins the game. However, you can force Glenn to play off the 9. He can't change it. He'd have to turn these 2 cards over. Your decision. Play it or pass it?
Tough decision, Jim. I'll pass it.
You'll pass it. All right, Glenn. Got to play off the 9. One mistake and the game belongs to Renee, but if you can turn these 2 over, you've won the first game of the match. Call this.
Lower.
Lower than a 9. It is a 4. You're halfway there. This is higher. You've got the first game of the match, and you do. It's a 1-0. Favor the challenger with 1 game and $100. The champion has to make a comeback. We'll take care of that right after we take care of this. Clear the board, James. And we're back with Glenn leading 1-0. Glenn, we were kidding you about the accent. And of course, out here in California, most of the Oriental people are in San Francisco. You don't see a Southern accent. How did they react to your Southern accent out here?
Tilted head.
Even the Orientals.
The Orientals, yeah.
It's a little strange. It's delightful. It sounds great. Let's set up the cards for the next game, if you will, Janice. And the same 2 decks of cards. Renee, the question to you. We polled 100 women across the country who have been married more than 25 years and asked them, did you and your husband become lovers before you became man and wife? How many women married 25 years or more said yes?
Well, Jim, the sexual standards have changed quite a bit in the last 25 years. It was much more conservative then. I'll go a low figure of 19.
19. What do you think, Glenn? Higher or lower?
I think they probably say, I think it's higher.
You think it's higher? The actual number of women married more than 25 years who made love to their husband before they married him is 46. Glenn, it's higher. I don't care what mommy told you. They're not quite that conservative, right? You have a 7 as a base card. And now, a queen. Good change.
Okay, it'll be lower, I think.
Lower than a queen. Yes, it's a 10.
Since it's the first time I go ahead and do it again, I'll say it'll be lower.
Lower than a 10. No, it's a king. It's not lower. You lose both of those cards. A break for Renee, who needs this game to tie. Renee at 2.
I like that card, and I'll go higher.
Higher than a 2. A 4.
I like that one, too, and I'll go a little higher again.
Continuing on, higher than a 4. A jack.
Another good card, I'll go lower.
Continuing lower than a jack. Oh, no, it's an ace. And you lose 3 cards. Wow, 5 spaces to fill in. Janice, and the question to you, Glenn. We asked 100 men, who would you be more likely to trust? Listen to this one. Who would you trust the most? A used car salesman or a politician? How many men said they would have more trust in a used car salesman?
If it's recently, I would say 71.
71 out of 100 men would trust a used car salesman more than a politician. Renee, higher or lower?
Boy, that's a good one. I think the status of a used car salesman has gone up considerably in the last few years, and I'll go even a little higher.
Higher than that, even. The actual number of men who trust used car salesmen more than politicians is 60, not higher. Glenn, that kind of surprised me. We're looking at a queen, Glenn. You want to keep it? You're going to keep it and go low.
Sure.
And you get away with it to 7.
2 questions. What the heck? I'm going to go for it. I'll say higher.
Higher than a 7. An ace. That paid off.
It'll be lower for sure.
Lower than an ace. A 3, very much lower.
I'll go for it. It'll be higher.
Risking them all if this is higher than a 3. We have a new champion on Card Sharks. And we do with a 6. Yeah. Congratulations, Glenn. Fine win. Renee, thank you. You have been a delight.
Thank you to everyone. I had a very, very good time.
That's nice. And you're leaving us with $8,900.
That makes me smile.
Good luck with your travel bill. Please send us a copy.
I will.
Thank you, Renee. Come on down here, Glenn. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
We'll get to the money cards where Glenn can win thousands right after we take time out for this commercial message. Good job. Not good for fun. See, they've got a little card out here in front, Glenn, and under your name it says 200. And Glenn just asked me, what does that mean? It means you won $200.
That's good.
Did you know you'd won that?
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't know. I knew I'd won a little bit. But no.
Oh, sure, yes, at $100 a game. That adds up to 200. That's the same in Atlanta, isn't it, Glenn? Okay, let's see if we can make the thousands now. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Come on up, Glenn. And that $200 indeed is yours to keep. Now we're going to give you new money to play with, and this time you're going to bet that money. Starting on the bottom line, $200, 3 cards to bet with. Up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money, and we add 3 more cards. Your minimum bets are $50 until you get to the top card, the big bet. There you must bet at least half the money. There's a lot of money up there, Glenn. Let's take it away. Good luck. $200. And your first base card is a 2. That's the way to start. Okay. $200 and a 2.
I'll go 200 higher.
Whole thing. $200 higher than a 2. And very much higher, a king. Good. $400 and a king.
400 lower.
Whole thing again. Yeah, you got to go with those good cards. $400 lower than a king. And another low card, a 4, as you go to $800.
I'll go 750 higher. Might as well keep
Going to
it.
say $50 for car fare, Glenn? Is that it? $750, a big bet, higher than a 4. And it's a jack. Very quickly, you're up to $1,550. Up goes the jack. We add 200. Now you have $1,750, Glenn, and still 4 cards to go.
1,500 lower.
Big bet. $1,500 lower than a jack. It's a 3. Another good card, and you're over $3,000. $3,250, Glenn.
I'll bet. Go ahead and 3,000 higher.
3,000
Higher.
higher than a 3. $3,000 on the turn of this card, and it did it with a 6. Ooh, that's the first middle card you've had, but you've got room to maneuver now. You got $6,250,
That's
Glenn.
tough. I'm going to play conservative since it's my first game, and I'll say 3,000 higher.
Conservative, you're going to bet.
6,000.
That's his conservative bet, friends. $3,000. Higher than a 6. Oh, no, it's a 3. But again, you're back with a good card, and you can get it back up again. You've got $3,250. You must bet $1,625.
I'll bet $2,700 higher.
$2,700 higher. $2,700 is higher. $59.50. Almost $6,000, Glenn. Good win. Come on down here. What made you go so much on that one card, that middle card, you said?
No, I'm only going to put it on once I pick up my stuff.
You might have paid off. You now are up to $7,150, Glenn, and we'll be right back right after this. Janice, if you will, load in 2 brand new decks of cards, and we'll meet our next challenger on Card Sharks. Libby Ringle. Hello, Libby. Welcome. Tell us about yourself, Libby.
I'm from New York.
What, you're from what?
New York.
New York.
Yeah. I'm a flight attendant for major airlines, and I'm married. I've been married for a year and a half.
New York.
Yeah. You're right.
Where did you get the accent?
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh. You visit there a lot.
Well, I used to live there. I don't anymore.
Oh, I see. Do you two know each other? I mean,
I taught her.
you taught her how to talk. I see. Okay. Good luck in the match there, players. Libby will play the blue cards, the lower cards, while Glenn plays the upper cards, the red cards. You're both delightful. Let's get into the match. So the question to you, Glenn. We polled 100 newlywed men, and we asked them, on your wedding night, did you really carry your bride across the threshold? How many men claimed they did?
If they weren't going to, their wives would make them. I'd say 61.
61 carried their wife over the threshold. Libby, higher or lower?
I don't think they're going to be fiddling around with that. I think it's just going to be get in, so I think it's lower.
Didn't want to fool around with that. that's you could get a strain or something. Of course, the actual number of newlywed men who carried their wife across the threshold is 41. It's lower, Libby. Libby, your base card for this game is a queen.
Yeah, keep it. I think it's going to be lower.
Lower than a queen. It's a 9.
I think it's going to be lower.
You're going to continue.
Yes, I am.
Lower than a 9, and you get away with it. It's a 6. Now you're free. And it's one thing to risk one card, but not a couple of them, right? Libby, we asked 100 married women if a nude picture of you somehow turned up as a Playboy centerfold, who would be more upset, you or your husband? How many women said that they, the woman, would be more upset?
Oh, I don't think that many. Well, they might be upset, but their husbands would kill them. I think it'd be, okay, 38.
38.
Yeah.
She says that 38 out of 100 women would be more upset than their husbands if they found the woman in Playboy.
I know the husbands be upset, but I still think it'd be higher.
Say it's higher than that. The actual number of married women who said they would be more upset than their husband if a nude picture of them turned up in a Playboy is 54. It's higher. Glenn. Just the imagery of that got to me there for a moment. Glenn, you have a 2.
I keep it, and I'll go higher.
Higher than a 2. It's a 7.
It's hard to say. What the heck? I'll go higher.
You're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Higher than a 7, and he does it. It's a 10. What do you think,
That's a
Glenn?
tough one. I'll say, what the heck again? I'll go lower.
Lower than a 10. And it is. It's an 8.
I'll freeze.
Now he'll freeze. This time Glenn said, what the heck will freeze? Glenn needs 1 card. Libby needs 2 cards. And what the heck? We might as well pay a couple of bills here. We'll take a look at our sponsors, all right? Goodbye.
No, we can't. I haven't worn my dress long enough.
Oh, you can. Libby, Glenn, and I will be back next time on Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
What about
Polling groups will receive Samsonite's Body Glove outdoor furniture, cool, comfortable, and contemporary. That's the appeal of this carefree furniture. It's designed to fit your body contour. Body Glove furnished by Samsonite. And some of our contestants will receive the Master Mechanic 8-gallon shop vac from True Value Hardware stores, who combine value and personal service in over 5,000 locations nationwide. And the Maxi-Pedic by Simmons, designed in cooperation with an orthopedic surgeon, features a built-in bedboard in the box spring for super comfort and support from Simmons. And an assortment of exciting Maybelline eye, face, and nail cosmetics featuring new nail color. Protects and colors nails instantly, furnished by Maybelline. And Town and Country tableware by Washington Forge. Beautiful Fleetwood handles and mirror bright stainless steel dishwasher safe from Washington Forge. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.